How's it going, everybody? Jake Mintz, Jordan Schusterman here. Jordan, the All-Star teams are out. Fans are stoked to see their favorite players headed to Denver for the All-Star festivities next week. But for some people, it is angry online time because it's snub season, Jordan. That's right. When some people are on the All-Star team, some people are not, and people have been left off.
Yes, they have. Now, look, the All-Star teams are obviously going to be very crowded. There are a lot of amazing players in baseball, and we're not trying to say that the guys that did make it are not deserving, but there are 5 players in particular that we saw and said, damn, these guys deserve to be All-Stars. They have had All-Star seasons, and we want to give you our top 5. If you want to see our whole team, the All-Snub team on foxsports.com, make sure you check that out. But let's begin at number 1, a guy with clearly 100% All-Star style, if not also All-Star play. That is Yoán Moncada, the Chicago White Sox. He's finally put it all together, all the prospect hype that he had coming up with Boston, and then the trade. Now he's healthy, which he wasn't last year, coming off of COVID. Now he has been excellent and a huge part of the White Sox being in first place. I think Moncada deserves to be an All-Star as well.
Totally agree. Issue is third base in the American League, a very crowded position. Bregman, Chapman, Matt Chapman also not going, probably snubbed from the snub list right here. And not to mention Alex Bregman and Devers as well. Sorry, that was
it is a crowded position. So again, like we said, like it's hard. You can't get all these guys there, but he's having an All-Star season. All right, who's next?
Another Cuban slugger whose name starts with Y, talking about Yordan Alvarez, the designated hitter for the Houston Astros. Again, a crazy crowded position. American League DH, Nelson Cruz, JD Martinez, and of course, Shohei Ohtani. So Alvarez is on the outside looking in. He's probably the best hitter this season, not going to Denver. Had an injury-plagued 2020, barely played, came back this year, and has been just as good as he was in 2019. The power is ludicrous for this guy. Hopefully, he shows up and participates in the home run derby because he might be my sneaky pick to win the whole thing if they let him go. But unfortunately, as of right now, as of this moment, Alvarez not headed to Denver.
Let's go back to the South Side and talk about another White Sox hitter that I know this was maybe one of the ones that got a lot of people a little bit angry when the rosters came out yesterday. That is Yasmani Grandal. And yes, if you're a traditional counting stats, what, this guy's hitting 180, which I would say, dude, you know who else hitting 180? Most of baseball. And look at his OBP, it's over 350. He's walking more than almost anyone else in the league. He's providing excellent power from the catcher position. He's still a very strong defensive catcher. But the reality is that Mike Zunino is good. The Rays needed an All-Star more than the White Sox, and you can only have 2 catchers. So while it does suck that Grandal did not get rewarded for his unusual season, I do understand why it happened, but he is having an All-Star season, and it sucks he won't be involved.
Absolutely. I was looking forward to baseball purists shaking their fist at the television at the 7th inning of the game and saying, "You're hitting 180, why are you here?"
Hey, it's a new age, my friend. It's a new age. All right, let's go to some pitchers. One who it's like, well, yeah, of course it's an All-Star. It's Max Scherzer, but you're telling me Max Scherzer is not an All-Star?
No, he's not he's not good enough. Max Scherzer, just not good. He's just not very good at baseball. No, I'm kidding. Max Scherzer having a typical Max Scherzer season. Obviously, he's a future Hall of Famer, but the level of pitching in baseball right now is so high, or conversely, the level of offense is so low that we have a lot of pitchers with ERAs in what I would call the Scherzer territory, between like 2.2 and 2.5 ERA, that Scherzer kind of somehow got overshadowed this season by a number of other arms, and so he will not be heading to Denver. It does feel like the type of situation where he's had this experience 1,000 times. He's gone to enough All-Star games. I don't feel bad for Max Scherzer that he won't get to go. That being said, it is certainly bizarre that he will not be there, and neither will be Clayton Kershaw. So 2 future Hall of Famers not headed to Denver.
I agree. I do think, Scherzer's probably like, oh, it's fine. Like, I got a few more days off. Like, that's great. At the same time, do you want to be the person to tell Max Scherzer he didn't make the All-Star team? I assume probably not.
Could you imagine if the umpire in the All-Star game checks Max Scherzer for sticky stuff? That would have been the funniest thing ever.
Let's go to one more pitcher, the 5th man, the top of our snub list. That is Mr. Taijuan Walker on the first place New York Mets. And when you look at this Mets season, as dramatic as it has been, as every Mets season is, it's really just been DeGrom, 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 DeGrom. Lindor isn't hitting, DeGrom, DeGrom, DeGrom. and they're in first place because the other teams are bad. But okay, you actually do need other good players. And since the offense has disappointed, it has been pitchers like Taijuan Walker who have stepped up like crazy. Easily one of the best value free agent signings of this past offseason after teams who definitely needed him more, like the Mariners, decided not to pony up not even that much money to get him. He's had an excellent season, and it's been awesome to see him fully be healthy and succeed on a big stage after a really winding early part of his career.
You can't actually have Jacob deGrom throw every inning. And so to be a good team, you have to have other breathing, living, loving human beings pitching for you the other 4 days of the week that are not deGrom days, right? And Taijuan Walker has been the best non-deGromer on the New York Mets. His ERA is under 3. That's incredibly impressive. And for a guy who's battled back from injuries and, not being effective, this is really I think he will end up getting on there because pitchers pull out all the time because they start on Sunday, yada, yada, yada. I expect to see Taijuan Walker there. But for now, he's an SNUB, Jordan.
He is a snub of snubs. Now, again, if you want to see our all-snub team, make sure you check out Fox Sports. These are just 5, but there are other guys we'd love to see in Denver. And obviously, with injury replacements, I'm sure we'll be getting some of those guys there in the end. But for Jake Mintz, I'm Jordan Schusterman. There it is, your top 5 all-star snubs.
See ya. If you think we missed someone from the snub list, let us know who we snub.
For the best stories, easy-to-find scores, and comprehensive team pages, plus access to every live Fox Sports game and exclusive bonus cameras, download the all-new Fox Sports app now.